Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. We're having fun on the Hermitcraft server, doing more work on our model of Tracy and Laura Hickman's Castle Ravenloft from their I6 supplement for Dungeons & Dragons. Now, there's a few pieces of stonework that we need to review this episode. One, right here, the way that this shelf is supported in this corner and this corner doesn't really work properly. We need to have this entire little walkway here be better supported with stone. So that is kind of two scaffolds that we need to do to get that working. Another piece of stonework that's missing. We have this wonderful little roof. I'm not going to make it. No. Here we go. We've got this wonderful little roof up here. And if we look across the way to that wonderful little roof on that one, you'll see it actually is missing several sides in the roof. So yeah, let's get on that. Let's take what we learned about side making over on this roof and put it together over here. That seems doable. And third and finally, I'm going to say and finally because I really just want to go work on the details inside the castle. But I keep realizing I forgot to do other things, just realistically, guys. Look at this. You know, this buttress is supposed to fly into the sky. But you know what it's doing? It's just chilling, you know? They're not called chillin' buttresses. Oh, wait, you know what? They're also not supposed to be made of stone. They're supposed to be made of stone brick. So, you know, there's an oversight as well. Now they're cobblestone. Dang it. This buttress is growing progressively worse. Either way, we got to get it soaring up into the sky. And you know what? That takes effort. Look at this one. This one's all the way down there in the ground, you know? And these are the sorts of things that I'm kind of like, do I really want to work on that today? Because I have to get the heights right on the depth changes of these. So you see how that one gets progressively narrower as it goes up? Well, this one should get progressively narrower as it goes up too. However, if I do it at the wrong heights, it's going to be a pain to fix later. So whenever I work on something where I'm like, oh, if I screw that up, that'll be a pain to fix later, part of me says, Joe, just don't do it. Just ignore it. No. Just work on something that's not a pain to fix later if you screw it up. But you know what? One of the things about working on this castle for almost a year now is there's no low-hanging fruit left. All that's left are these complex architectural problems like how... Oh, yeah, look at this. I've already messed this up. This is one too high right here. Boom. Failing buttress right here. Also, I'm realizing I should have used... I'm going to need stairs for this part. Didn't bring the right kind of stairs, so we'll put these in as a marker to let me know where I need to, you know, put the right stairs later. You know, failure can be paralyzing, or at least fear of failure. Actually, both. Both can be paralyzing. But you know what? There are people who are paralyzed and write books by looking at cameras on computers and clicking on words with their eyes by blinking. And so if I want to do something, maybe I need to be, you know, able to appreciate my much better, like I'm very fortunate in so many ways. And I need to just overcome whatever challenges to my confidence there are and follow through. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to work on this stonework and we're going to get this done. Time skip. Well, from this back corner, you can clearly see how these buttresses now support this tower. On the whole, it gives a lot more edges to the geometry and makes it a little bit more striking as you move past it. I think that that has a clear value for the consumer of this Vampire Death Castle experience, you know? You don't want to just feel like these towers are supported by magic and wizardry. You want to feel like magic and wizardry supported the stone initially into a position that is now only held up by that amount of upfront investment in wizardry capital. So, you know, a lot of people say access to wizardry capital is really one of the things that separates the vampire lord from his serfs, and I think we do a good job of communicating that here. Of course, from this front area, you can only see the first buttress. But on the whole, let's see as we fly past the castle if we get a more enjoyable flat-based experience. So, we will plunge into the depths of despair here, then soar above and past Ooh, okay, well that was just a glimpse. Another glimpse. But yeah, that kind of feels a little better. I like it. So, let's go ahead and start dealing with some of this stuff right here. We need to get some scaffolding going. We need to get some supports in place. We'll work it out as we go. Time skip. You know, this stonework might not look too nice. It might not look too classy, but, you know, keep in mind this is a vampire castle experience that we're building, so we want this to be a little bit off, a little bit asymmetrical, a little bit terrifying. I'm just clearing out the scaffolding here that I was working with on each part of this. If we go ahead and soar down this way, you can kind of see how we now have a little bit more support coming out of this onto there. I don't entirely love it. It looks a little bit awkward. Maybe I should have had it be sharper and heavier. I don't know. But you know what? Sometimes if you don't build something wrong first, you'll never get around to doing it right later. So we're going to learn from our experience doing this wrong and finish it to the best of our abilities so we can better assess how to do this right. Now, one of the reasons I was getting rid of a whole bunch of scaffolding here was because I want to put in some new scaffolding so I can continue working on this little lip here and get a nice stairwell bit going all the way across. Let's go ahead and eat a potato. Having our midnight snack here. Switching our potato out for some fireworks. Jumping into a pit of our own making. You know, devise and conquer, I always say. So we devised a pit. Okay, so that at least looks like there was some sort of intentional support work built into this. I don't know. It feels heavier than it did before, which I think is good, but, you know, I really look forward to seeing you guys' comments for this, because you guys would know better than I do. Well, actually, not necessarily. Nobody knows better than anybody what would look good here, except for all of you guys. So please leave comments in the comment section below. No, that's my body. I liked having these. But, yeah, leave notes with how you think that could be improved. Please use very visual language, because I'm not sure I'll understand what you're recommending otherwise. We're just going to go ahead and take care of these. And I think we can swing low. Actually, you know what? If you're actually going to swing low on a pile of sand, the best way to do it is to actually swing low. So we'll just recover all of our ladders and all of our sand. And maybe let's take a look at how this came out in the daylight. Yeah. That just, I don't know, it just feels uncomfortable. Like, now you can't really see those too much from either side. And it's like, as you come in, it's like, oh, this castle looks pretty cool. Oh, well, maybe it's uglier and more terrifying than I thought. Like, on a visceral level, I think this actually achieves a lot of my design goals for the castle, but from an aesthetic level, I'm not sure I love it. So let's go turn night into day and take a look at this in the clear, cleansing light of the dawn. Time skip. So coming down this trail here, folks can't really see the front of the castle. And, you know, that's okay, because the front of the castle is supposed to be intimidating, you know? So boom, you actually can see those two little new supports I put in. And then as you emerge here, yeah, these like bulges, kind of, they almost feel, oh, that's interesting. So this one cuts around on that side, but not on this side. They almost feel like the castle, like the stone is weathering in like wrinkles. It's like something about this place is old. And it's strange because so many of the other lines are so clean, and this is just like folded up on itself. You know, I think I like this. I think it does like really communicate something about the ancient and uncaring nature of this place. But I am gonna hop up here and I am gonna fix the oops, dang it. I'm going to fix the scaffolding that I literally placed just this moment. No, I was going to say, I am going to get this lip here fixed, because this is clearly supposed to go around. So we've created a truer symmetry, though an incomplete one here. And I think that sells. This one kind of projects outward in a way. It feels like that this side does not as quickly. But that's okay. Like, it should feel weird. I think that this is a win on the whole. This is a little bit of a terrifying castle beginning to eat itself type of feel. So, yeah. We did it, guys. We'll just take care of one last thing up top, and we should be able to wrap this episode up. Time skip. Well, look at that. These two are now symmetrical. To the best of my ability, anyway. You know, we've got a ladder here. We've got a ladder there. We've got we've got two places that you could fall straight back down the ladder or just straight back to your death. But you know what? Let's go ahead and patch that. Oh, dang it. We actually don't have any slabs left. So. And those are ugly. Dang it. Why is everything not working? Okay, here we go. So we're just going to put that there. Oh, just going to put that there. Boom. Okay, everything about the castle's outer stonework is now perfect. We have buttresses for flying past. We have towers for, you know, enemies to stand atop and shoot down at you on. And we have weird, awkward supports for this part. Good enough. I like it. So, that's a pretty good way to round out the castle stonework experience here on Hermitcraft. You know, you guys might have noticed that this episode was mid-roll ad-free, and that was thanks to a Patreon donation of $50 a month from Kathleen Heath. So, in lieu of that mid-roll ad which we skipped, I will now read a poem of my own devising, which is a terrible idea while I try to fly around in Minecraft, so I will probably land first, or at least stall until I am ready to read the poem. Hey, look, it's potato time. Yay! Will people travel one day to see the last iPhone? By last, I speak of finality, not recency. Will the final iPhone last? Will it stand against the sky like the last pyramid, casting solar-powered shadows across the sand? Will it stand as a testament to our societal might at organizing labor against its interests, a monument to a slow death constructed on the backs of cheap life? Or will it just linger quietly, its legacy cemented classically onto a back page of Apple's online store, next to the last iPod? Can pyramids share a horizon? Can we make it that far? Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.